Hello, good day friends. I am Dr. Shruti Vaidya, an Ayurvedic graduate, that is BAMS from Tirak Ayurveda Mahavidyalaya, Pune, and I am practicing since last 21 years in the field of Ayurveda, as well as I am into making traditional Ayurvedic authentic medicines for my own patients last 21-22 years, and even practicing Panchakarma as well as taking Yogasana classes in my own place. So today we are just going to look into the perspective of Ayurveda as how and what Ayurveda says regarding keeping fit as well as keeping ourselves away from the lifestyle diseases. Especially today we see that in today's era, we see that there are a lot of lifestyle diseases which are coming up, ranging right from hypothyroidism, hyperthyroidism to cancers. So all these include like diabetes, blood pressure, thyroid problems, obesity problems, and joint disorders as well as cancers. So, and even autoimmune diseases. So let us now first see the basic concept of Ayurveda. What Ayurveda says is there should be an equilibrium of balance in the body, and the imbalance in the body of all the small and the big things is going to cause different types of diseases. So when we see a picture here which depicts a tripod, and these are the three representing the three doshas in the body. According to Ayurveda, the three doshas in the body, they control all the metabolisms, all the give and take of the body, all the actions of the body. They are namely Vata, Pitta, Kapha, and if they are in equilibrium, then the body stays fit, fine and healthy. And if they get disturbed, then they go ahead and they start creating problems for the body. So let us see that what are the things which create an imbalance in these three doshas. So when I am not going to go into details, we are going to brush past these concepts of what is Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Some may have heard about these concepts, but regarding the details, we can talk about it in some later issue. So now let us see that what are the different things which actually cause imbalance of these three doshas in the body. There is lack of exercise, that is people are hardly exercising today. So we have very less physical activity which is going on day-to-day life. Generally we move out of the house, we take a car or we take our own vehicle, two-wheeler vehicle, and then we go to some place, we get down, we get into the lift and we go. So that is the way today there is a lot of lack of physical activity or physical exercise. Then there is improper sleep habit. Many a times we see that people tend to sleep very late nowadays because of whatever, either it could be job schedule or it could be just hanging on the mobile or into games or into the computers. And then they have to get up in the morning to meet their job routines. So then you don't sleep properly. Generally, according to Vata, Pitta and Kapha dosha constitution which each person has, one needs to sleep for around say 6 to 7 hours. Some people might need 7 to 8 hours and some may need to sleep for 8 to 10 hours. So depending upon what type of constitution we are into, just by analyzing our own selves, that when we sleep for 7 hours, do we feel healthy in the morning and do we feel energetic and anxious to get up and go to work, or do we feel lazy and still want to sleep more? We can understand that where we fall into, and accordingly we can adjust our sleep patterns. Then there is late night. Nowadays there is a lot of late night plans, and those are not very good because when you are awake for late nights, there is a disturbance in the metabolism, there is imbalance in the doshas, there is like Vata and Pitta doshas are on the higher side, and then in the morning people tend to get headaches, heaviness in the head, acidity problems, and metabolism problems, and digestive system goes for a toss, and there are digestive problems as well. Then there is stress, there is gossiping, which are actually related indirectly, because when you are into a gossip or when you're into a stress, you tend to sort of uh, get into a lot of mental negativities, and these mental negativities, if you cannot because of stress or because of different gossiping schedules, you don't uh, your body does not get into the positive attitude, and instead of a wear and tear repair, the body gets into a negative mode, and there is more wear and tear than the repair which has to be happening during the night time. So the stress also can be related to your job. It could be related to the house. It could be related to finances. It could be related to your children, your spouse, your in-laws, or your mother, father, anybody, or even your friends. So friends, these are the different, what we call is Vihara, means different actions which are happening in your day-to-day life every day. And if you can assess that these are the problems or these are the things which are happening in my life regarding our actions, then we can see later on that what we can do so that we can avoid these. Now we come to the Aahara. Aahara means whatever we take, whatever type of meal or food we take each and every day, right from getting up in the morning, drinking water, to sleeping till bedtime. So generally we see that there is lack of regular meals. What happens nowadays is, because of a lot of hurry and worry, people just run out of the house, they drink a tea or something, and they move out of the house without having any breakfast. Generally children who are college going also have that different mode of eating outside or eating some junk food, so they also do not have a good breakfast and do not move out of the house before having any meal. So in the morning, as soon as you get up, you may not feel hungry, but obviously if you're thirsty, you should drink water, should not drink water unnecessarily. Secondly, after exercise, when you're hungry, you should have good food, which could be consisting of, it could be of chapati or idli or whatever is the staple diet which you are habitual to right from the childhood or right from your family trends. Because if a Maharashtrian says that he wants to eat idli every day, he may not be able to, the digestion may not be proper and he may not be able to sustain it well. But if I tell some South Indian person that you don't eat idli every day, whereas their staple food is idli or dosa, then it is going to be a problem as well for that family. So whatever good food which is prepared at home, which is freshly prepared, should be taken. Secondly, eating junk food is another cause. Drinking too much or too little water. Nowadays, some people just go on drinking water because it's a trend that you should drink water every 2 hours, or you should drink at least 4 or 5 liters of water every day. It is not so. According to Ayurveda, when you have a constitution which consists of Vata, Pitta and Kapha Prakriti, there can be people who will want less water, and maybe only 1.5 to 2 liters may be sufficient for them. Sometimes there is a constitution where people will be thirsty all the time and they'll want to drink water. Again, the occupation differs. If you're in a place where you're working in heat, or you're in the sun, or you're working outside, you may be thirsty more often. And if you're sitting in an AC compartment in an office, then you may not feel so thirsty. So basically, drinking water is about the body, which is going to tell you that whether you're thirsty or not, and then accordingly you should be drinking water. In summer you will need more, in winter you will need a little less water, whereas in the rainy season you need to drink water which is filtered, and sometimes even you may need to drink boiled water if the water is not very clean and good, which comes to your place. The next is too much spicy and oily food. Of course, when you keep on eating outside food, like it could be vada pav, or it could be kachori or samosa, or all these fried stuff on and off, say once or twice a week, then it is going to cause some problems. And even spicy food, like it could be some curries which are veg or non-veg curries, or it could be pav bhaji or chole. Such type of food also is going to cause a problem. So let us understand that when we are having regular meals with freshly cooked homemade food, we are into sleeping early and sleeping early and not being awake till late night for unnecessary reasons, and along with that drinking proper water according to the demand of the body. In all these, when we are doing all these things in proper balance for a long time, we are going to keep our health fine. But if we are going to disturb this for a long time, say I get disturbed sleep for say 2 or 3 days or for a week, it is not going to affect my body immediately to a larger extent. But when I keep on doing all these things for say a couple of years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, then what I'm going to get is a resultant of all this later in the next 5 or 10 years of my life. So friends, whatever we are doing today is what we have been doing last 3 years or 5 years. So whatever we want ourselves to be after the next 5 years or 10 years, or we say at the age of 50 or 60, then we need to rectify our lifestyle. So that is why these diseases like thyroid, diabetes, hypertension, cardiac problems, obesity are called lifestyle diseases, because today our lifestyle has changed, and if we do not change it for the good, then tomorrow our life is going to change. Instead of being healthy, we are going to be diseased. So let us see what we can do. Eat when hungry. So obviously, let us understand our own body. If we are hungry, we should eat food. If we are not that hungry, let us eat light food. Sometimes we eat food because it's just time to have lunch, or it's time to have dinner, and then we just eat the normal way that, okay, I every day eat chapatis and dal, rice and sabzi and salads. Today I'm not hungry, but I'm going to eat the same amount. So that's not right. Let us eat when we are hungry. Let us eat the adequate amount. And if we are not hungry and if we have some challenges, then we should understand our body and then eat accordingly. Then keep our timings regular. We should eat at regular timings, because then there's a body clock which is set in the body. So that what happens is, if we do not, when we are hungry, if we do not eat, if the time just stops at that time and we just continue because of some work or some other schedule, and then eat later on, then our digestive system, which was on the high, which was waiting for the food, actually diminishes, and the power of the digestive system goes down. And when we eat food at the wrong time, then the digestion of that food is not done well, and then there are again problems which we get into, and especially obesity is one of such problems, because then fats start accumulating when you do not eat in regular times. Another is drink enough water to quench your thirst. We have already spoken about this, that if we are thirsty, the body will tell us we should drink water. If it is winter and we feel that we are thirsty but can't drink much water, it is a good idea to always drink warm water, because Ayurveda says that in the rainy and in the winter season, when it is too cold, we should drink warm to lukewarm water. Then we should always have healthy, freshly cooked food, because that is the way we should always be. Not that we are cooking one day before, keeping it in the refrigerator and then using it the next day or a couple of days later. It is not a good idea. Prepare enough quantity which can be consumed so that we do not waste it. We have to sleep in time and take adequate rest, because in the sleep time there is wear and tear, repair of the body, as well as the body gets a lot of time to repair itself and keep the body muscles and all the other organs at tranquility. So let us see that we sleep at least 6 hours, 7 hours or 8 hours, depending on our constitution. And if the sleep is not sound, then we should see that we take some medical advice so that we can rectify our problems. Then another thing is, for people today, stress is like, everybody has stress. Even a child of first standard will be stressed by the parents to study, or by the teachers, that the handwriting is not good, or this is not good, or that is not good. So let us all meditate, pray, read some good positive books, socialize in some with some positive thinking people and groups, and enhance our positivity, so that we can reduce our negativity, which will again help our body to get on the track and be better. Again, there is proper and regular exercise regime should be there for each and every one of us. Why proper? Because sometimes if my friend is going to a gym, I feel I should go to the gym. If my friend is doing some weights of 50 kgs or 70 kgs, I feel okay, I should be doing it. Well, that is not there. The constitution of each and every person, the strength of each and every person is different. At different ages, we are different. I at say 45 cannot say that, okay, let me do what I was doing when I was 30. No, I have to see that what my age and my strength and my weight says. And then accordingly, I should be doing the exercise. So exercise could be right from brisk walking for people who are above 40, and who are below 30, they can do jogging. They could be cycling. They could be regular Surya Namaskar and Yogasana and Pranayam as a part of meditation and stretching. So assess yourself by analyzing yourself, analyzing you cannot take up so much of take up so much of exercise, then please reduce the exercise. Just don't go to the gym and do exercise because the instructor has told you to do so, or don't go to some yogasana classes and do some yogasana which are not good for you. Especially some forward bending exercises are not good for people who are having spine problems and who are having some cardiac problems or who are having some sciatica problems. So see that whatever exercise there is, it is regulated, which suits you, and then go ahead and do it. So this isn't just about what Ayurveda feels about the whole lifestyle, because Ayurveda is a science which has a holistic approach. It is Ayusha Veda, that is the knowledge of the life. But here we have just discussed about the emotional and the physical health of each and every person. So these are the small things which we can do in order to avoid the lifestyle diseases which nowadays we are combating, and every other second person is either a hypertensive person having high blood pressure or is a diabetic person. And this challenge can come to us if we are in the 40s and 50s. So let us make ourselves knowledgeable and go ahead and try to avoid these problems, help others to avoid these problems. And when we talk about cancers, we see nowadays that when somebody says that you are diagnosed with cancer, the patient feels so scared, he feels it's the end of the life. So that is not so. We can talk about cancers and different cancers in some later talks, but at the moment, first let us understand what is health, how it gets imbalanced, how we land up into a disease problem. It is not that we land up immediately. These problems come up only after 5, 8 or 10 years. Nobody will have diabetes like it, nobody will contract diabetes like suddenly, like yesterday I had no diabetes and today I have diabetes. No, the only thing is that we were never aware, and because of some reasons, we had to do some tests and we became aware. Or we did not tend to give any attention to ourselves. Whereas, like, for examples, if you are urinating many times at night, then it is a good idea that you get your sugar checked up. Or you are getting fatigued or you are sweating too much, then you need to see that you go and check your blood sugar, you check your blood pressure. Of course, all these parameters are not to scare you all, but to make you more aware of the body conditions within and to understand and rectify and go ahead. So this is just a summary, and in brief, what we should do is we should first listen to our body. When should we eat food? When should we drink water? How much should we sleep? And we should exercise regularly and have good thoughts for others, think positively, and I think that should help us to get on the right track if we are on the wrong track, or even if we are on the right track, to have a good quality life, because longevity is not in our hands, but of course quality of our lives in our hands. Thank you so much.